everyone. Today I actually wanted to talk about our relationship with ourselves and how it comes through in little choices and decisions every day. And I spent the last 2 days in bed because I just felt so incredibly exhausted, and in a way it felt like maybe a desire to escape or to hide, and with that there was a little bit of judgment, and at the same time I allowed myself. I just allowed myself. I needed to cocoon. It happens to me every once in a while. I always take at least 1 day a week for some kind of hibernation, but here there were 2 days I just had no power to get out of bed. I just needed to be in bed. Thankfully, the days weren't fully booked and I canceled what I needed to cancel. And it was interesting to observe that even though for me it's now so familiar to do that, there was still so much judgment. I couldn't just accept this for what it was. There was judgment. Okay, is something wrong with me? Am I sick? Why am I having not enough energy? Am I not eating correctly? Am I just being lazy? Is it good? Is it bad? What should I do about it? How should I change it? Anyway, it was just interesting to observe how our mind is just in constant self-manipulation and self-judgment and self-criticism. And what was great is that I already know that usually when these days when I need to just chill happen, I know that after that there is always the day when I wake up and I'm like, okay, I know today I'm going to get out. And this is exactly what happened. So I am now in a kind of relationship with my body and my inner self where we trust each other, where I know that if my body needs to stay quiet and immobile, then that's just what I need to do. And actually during those moments, right, when we're cocooning, there's actually so much that goes on in terms of like healing and adjusting our energies and integrating the experiences and new lessons, and there's just so much that needs to happen, and we really don't give ourselves enough time for that. Because there is so much, we're so addicted to productivity and to how things should be and to how we should be behaving, and that laziness is bad and that spending a whole day in bed is bad. And I used to be the person who would judge others who were spending their days like that, and I would never have allowed myself to do that. But now I do. And there is that kind of trust between me and my body, between me and my inner being, that if I just let it rest and do what it needs to do, then it'll come and sort of be there for me to do what I need to do for my other needs, So like this morning I knew I woke up and I took a shower, and now I'm outside and I'm doing my video, but I needed to give myself that time for relaxation, that time for rest, the time for integration, the time for doing nothing. It's just so important to start allowing ourselves. And sometimes it's not comfortable, right? Sometimes it's also pain that needs to move through my body, and there are difficult thoughts, and sometimes that, like staying alone with my thoughts, it's uncomfortable. And it took me many years to not be afraid of that. And now I see that a lot of what I offer my clients, is to start that kind of allowing of our body, of ourselves, that times of quietude and times of just being with our pain and being with our suffering and attending to that inner child that's been neglected for so long. It's part of self-care. And it's really, really necessary. So wanted to leave you with this today, how important it is to navigate this relationship with ourselves, and that kind of gentleness and compassion and kindness and allowing, because then this is what we bring into all of our other relationships. So much of our relationships with other people are focused on what they are doing or not doing for us. And as I always say, it's really about what are we bringing with us? What are we bringing with us into all of our relationships? And the only thing we can bring is what we've cultivated within. And if we don't take the time to integrate, to rest, to experience, to feel, to breathe, then we just bring all that unprocessed, unintegrated, rejected self into the relationships. And then we're all focused on, why aren't they making us feel better? So just little thoughts for today. Wishing you a good week, and let me know how that lands. All right, everyone.